Hi guys, and welcome back to the 52-week illustration challenge. So I'm a little bit late on this one for week 13's tea party. I was away skiing and I didn't feel like painting yesterday and having to edit videos and the like. So this video was actually done today and I'm fairly happy with how it came out, but it wasn't exactly how I'd envisioned it. But since I've been so tired from returning from the trip, we had to drive for 12 hours to Lapland and back. I didn't really have a whole lot of energy and my concentration was a bit low as well, but nonetheless it came out fairly well. So with this one, with the picture, I had about 3 different images that I was thinking of working with. This one I had drawn a while back and I really liked it. It's part of another story that I'm doing, and with those little cat characters, which are very cute. And I thought that this one was the cutest and most representative of an actual tea party because there are more than one members around. I had 2 others where there was just somebody, a little mouse, preparing for a tea party, but I didn't complete that one because I started it in Lapland and I didn't manage to finish it before we came back. And then the other one was just basically a tea spread with some cake and tea and, you know, things like that. So the treats that you'd have at a tea party, but there wasn't any like guests or anything there. So of the 3 of them, this one just made the most sense to use, and so I went ahead and did that. For my paints, I used again my White Nights palette, my Russian palette, and I still love it. And here you can see me using my Art Secret paintbrush. It is faux hair, so it's synthetic. It's, you know, no animals were harmed in the making of that, and that's why I love it, but it still is a very good mop brush. So I used it for a lot of stuff in this one. I wanted to see how much fine detail I could actually get out of using just that brush. And the tip is so wonderful, it's actually quite thin, so you can actually do quite a lot of these small details and get quite close to, you know, the lines around the little characters and stuff without worrying that it's going to be clumsy and bulky and push the color into areas you don't want. Now, I didn't use any of my schminke here on purpose because in the past with this paper, masking fluid has managed to tear it. So since I really liked this drawing a lot, I didn't want to take that risk. And I kind of told myself that even if the painting came out bad, I could always just retrace the image that I had done here and try it again later. But I think for now, at least, I'm quite satisfied with the end result. Now here with the trees, in the past I've managed to do trees really well, but for this piece, for some reason, I just couldn't get my old technique right again. So they look kind of funny and weird. They just have blooms and everything, but once all the detail on the actual main 2 characters is finished, you barely notice it as much anymore. I mean, it's still an eyesore for me because I know it's there, but you know, what can you do? But yeah, for me, tea party is just the cutest thing ever. I love tea parties. When I was a kid, I used to have a little porcelain tea set that my parents had got me, and I used to have little tea parties with my friends or just with my dolls. I was a big fan of the tea party, so this was for me, I think, a prompt I was really looking forward to doing. With that said, I wish that it came out as well as my little mouse one or my Zoom one came out, but you know, you can't win them all. And it was a learning process anyway. This thin little brush that I'm using here actually came from, I think it was from Wish. Yeah, I think it was from Wish, and it came in a set of 4 or 5 of them, of these little fine brushes in different sizes, and it actually works really well. I'm surprised at the quality. So I used that for a lot of the fine detail. I kind of got a little bit too chicken to use my mop brush because it basically mops up a lot of color, and I didn't want that in the fine areas. I wanted to only have a very controlled amount of pigment to lay down. And so for that, this little brush was perfect. I was very happy with the quality and everything for it, and I think I only paid about €2 for the whole set. That includes shipping. So it was a really good deal, and it works really well. So, and synthetic again, which is right up my alley. But yeah, so with the colors here, as you can tell, I was just kind of like doing whatever. The wall, I obviously should have put some Payne's Gray in there somewhere, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to make it a sunny, bright day, and I'm just going to leave it that the wall is nice and bright, that the sun is hitting directly on the wall, and, you know, it's just the gaps in between that have the little bit of shadow, and that's it. And I wanted it to be bright and fun, like a typical English tea party, like in a little garden somewhere. And I think I achieved that fairly well. And, but with the colors on the characters, I couldn't decide what to do with, first of all, her, the main character. She's not the kitten's mom, by the way. This is part of the story. He kind of just wanders into her yard. He's a neighbor, and he's a bit of a naughty thing. But anyway, a lot of this is inspired by Beatrix Potter's stories. I love all of her stuff. And so I just couldn't help myself. This little story came up a while ago, and I'm hoping to finish it soon. I have most of the pictures drawn, but not all of them. And so, yeah, in the original drawings that I had in my head, excuse me, in my head, the kitten was actually a little ginger cat. But in this image, because the chair that you'll see in a little while behind him was this very light, almost orangey brown, I knew I couldn't make him a ginger as well. I already knew that the female character was going to be a black and gray cat, because that's, you know, the Boogie's colors. And, she was pretty clear in my head already a while ago, because I'd used her on Mother's Day cards and so on and so forth, and so I really like how she came out. And the purple and the blue was kind of set. I wasn't sure about her apron though, but I thought, you know, don't make the classic mistake of trying to use all the colors in the rainbow, just stick to a few. So I decided that white had to pop up in there, because of course the tablecloth is white. So to connect all the colors, I put white in her apron, on the lining of her cap, and then, of course, on the actual tablecloth. Another thing that I didn't really know what I wanted to do the color of, I didn't want to have too much white in there, was the teapot and teacups. So I thought, you know, what could make it stick out so it doesn't fall into the dark background of her dress. And so yellow, just yellow with, you know, some phthalo blue flower pattern on there. And I really liked how it came out. I thought it was cute. But unfortunately, when I put the Payne's Gray on top for the shadows, it started to look a little bit muddy. But, you know, like I said, you can't win them all. Other than that, I was fairly happy with how this piece came out. You'll see me at the end trying to do some white highlights to try and basically make it pop a bit more, because when it was finished, it was a little bit flat. And I think that's just because I haven't been painting all week, and I just kind of lost touch. But like I said, fairly happy with how this one came out. Hopefully you guys like it too. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys on Sunday, hopefully this time on time with no delays, with the next prompt, which I think is geometric. Yeah, it's geometric. So I will see you guys for that one. Enjoy the rest of this video, and thank you guys so much for your support. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next Sunday. So have a great rest of the week. Happy Easter to everybody who's watching this now, and yeah, just enjoy your day, relax, and thanks so much again, guys. Later. Bye.